Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to another video, another planty video. It is me, Desiree, and today I just wanted to give you a little update on my plants that were infested with mealybugs. I showed it in a video. I think it was like a video where I was showing like good and bad things that were going on with the plants at the moment, and I showed all of this like white sticky spider webby kind of substance that was all over some of my string of pearls. And a bunch of you confirmed that, like, I think that's mealybugs. And when I looked it up online and everything, yes, it was mealybugs. I had never dealt with mealybugs before. I'd only seen one, and I don't even know now if it was a mealybug. I saw one bug one time on a sunflower outside. I went and got a Q-tip dipped in alcohol, because that's what I always heard you should do. I touched it, it turned brown, it died. I never saw another one ever again. And of course, I thought I was immune to pests and I would never see them in my life. I was wrong, and I found them way too late. I had picked up the string of pearls because I was going to show it in a favorites video, and when I was looking at it, I was like, what is that? And as I'm moving it around, because it was really long hanging over the pot, I was like moving it around and stuff, and it was just like infested. Something had taken it over. It was all in the soil. And mealybugs do a lot of damage. They just get in there. I don't know really what they do, but they'll destroy the root system, the plant. It'll just suffer really bad, and they are a pain to get rid of. At least that's what has been my experience. So I'm going to show you how the plants are doing and what I did to get rid of them. I haven't seen the mealybugs come back, but I do still have all of these plants in the other room on the windowsill all by themselves. They don't touch each other. They're not near any other plants. All the affected plants are by themselves on the windowsill. So it ended up getting on the string of pearls, the variegated string of pearls, my string of fish hooks, this crassula I'll show you, and on the Hoya, what is this one called? The Hoya, this one. What is this one called? I'm sure I already put it on the screen right now, but I can't remember it for the life of me. It'll come to me. So the Hoya was in the other room, and I did check the other plants around it. None of the other ones got mealybugs, but this one, all of these were on the windowsill right here next to each other, overlapping, and so all of them kind of got it. I also took every single plant off of the windowsill, off of the table. I disinfected everything. I checked every single plant meticulously. I was very worried that it was going to get on my blue chalk sticks, that they were going to get on the burro's tail, and they didn't get on anything else, which is great. They just really, really wanted the string of plants, like the string of pearls specifically. So what I ended up doing was taking all of them outside. I got a little spray bottle of alcohol, and I just sprayed the crap out of them with alcohol. I took the entire plant out of the pot. I got all the soil off. I literally had a bucket of water, and I was dunking the plant in like this to get all the soil off of it. I scrubbed clean all of the pots. I repotted everything with new soil, but I went to town spraying them with alcohol because I did not want one mealybug to be alive by the time I brought these back into the house. The plants did suffer from that treatment. Actually, one of you left a comment about the alcohol being very drying. Like, it's really drying for our human skin. It's going to be very drying for your plants, so just kind of think about that. I didn't think about the type of alcohol I used. I think what we had was 90. I was going to say SPF 90. I don't know. It's like the strong alcohol. I just used what we had, and the plants did take a beating. So this one here had the mealybugs, this little crassula here. This one is a pretty hardy plant. It's got very thick leaves. I did repot it, take it out of the soil, clean it, wash it, all that stuff, and it's doing good. This one didn't suffer at all, but I am going to leave it in that room just in case, just to be on the safe side. This one here did not take the treatment very well. This is the regular green one. But as you can see, a lot of the strings are dry as a bone. Like, they're dry, bone dry. I'm just gonna throw this one out. I kind of just left them all there because at first they did look good, but of course, not every little pearl is gonna survive. So this one, you know, it's not looking good, and I don't have a good success propagating this plant, so I'm just gonna toss that one. Same with this one here. This is the little variegated string of pearls. No, I could save it. I could save it. This one. There's a little life left in there. It doesn't have a bunch of dry stems like the other one did. I bet I could save this one if I just put it in the water right now. I think it'll come back. But this was a little variegated one that I actually thought about getting rid of multiple times, but for some reason can't seem to do it. So, you know, it's doing okay, I guess, but that one I think I am gonna keep. And then, of course, the one that did perish was the big one, the regular green string of pearls. I love that plant so much. I mentioned it a lot. It was so big and full, and I grew it that way. I was so proud of myself. I was doing so good with it, but I just wasn't checking it, I guess, enough. I would water it, but I wouldn't like inspect the plant. I just knew I would never get a pest. But that one was beyond saving. It literally, when it was hanging over the pot like this, when I went like this just to look under there, all of the plant just came off. Like it wasn't even attached to anything. It was munched down. And I wasn't going to attempt to save all those pearls, but I threw them out. I'm like, it's not even worth trying. Just buy a new one if you really want it. This is the other variegated string of pearls that was very infested with mealybugs. Again, I took all the soil out and sprayed the heck out of it with alcohol. A lot of the pearls really, really dried up. But I think, you know what I'm gonna do right now? Just kind of clean them up a little bit and get those dead pieces off. Oh shoot, a perfect one just came off. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Let's try and clean this little one up. I feel like if I just touch it enough, it'll just crisp right off. Another perfect piece just fell off. All right, well. Oh, you know why? It's because, is this like even attached? What is happening right now?
We got no food, we got no jobs, our pets' heads are falling off!
Okay, let me, okay. None of this plant was even attached to the pot. I wonder if that's gonna be the same for this one. This is the other variegated string of pearls. This is the one I got from Mountain Crest Gardens? Is that correct? I unboxed it in a video. It was a wish list plant. I was very excited about it. I potted them in this pot. This is the one I really wanted to live the most, and I have a feeling when I start moving these around that all of these are gonna come unattached just like that one did. Holy crap, what do? I just said I don't have good experience propagating these, but yeah, they're like super dry. You could see like a healthy piece of the stem there and then this dry piece. I mean, I'm just gonna twirl it on top of the pot and lay it there. I feel like it might grow with some roots or something. Let's do that right now, actually. Let me try to get all these other little dead stems off and little root pieces. Can't believe it. Can't believe any of that was not even attached. Crazy. All right, well, let's get this good piece here. I'm just gonna, literally just gonna lay it and we'll spray it with water and see if it roots in or something. This is not what I expected, but I also don't know what I expected because this has never happened with the mealybugs before. Yeah, these are like half good. We'll see. It's worth a shot. And I really love this plant. I love the string of pearls a lot. And the variegated one is just, it's so pretty. So I'm gonna try with it. Let's try. What's the harm? What's the worst that could happen, I guess, is what I'm saying. All right, I think this is probably the last, well, that's dry. The last piece. All right, I'm just gonna put them on here. I'll spray it with some water, maybe pin them in there or something. I've seen people do that and it should kind of root on its own. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it looks good now, but we'll see what happens. And I made a mess on this table. Ugh, I'm nervous for this one now because I don't want that to happen. Let me start taking off some of these dead pieces and we'll just see if the plant is even rooted in. So obviously all of the roots died on that other one I just showed you because it wasn't even attached like in the pot. This one feels like it is though. Like this feels pretty sturdy, so I'm not gonna mess with it too much. I'm just gonna try to take some of these dead sticks off so it looks a little better. This one I feel confident ish bringing it back in here. This one did really good in this windowsill, but I'm also very nervous. Like, I don't want them to come back and get on everything. And one of you guys left a comment saying the Mealybugs do like a bridge of stuff across plants, and I don't know. It freaked me out, so I didn't want to bring any of the plants back in here. This one does feel like it's rooted in, because I was just trying to tug on these pieces here and they feel pretty like secure in there. But this one looks okay. A lot of the plant died, of course, but a lot of it lived, and I think it's going to be okay with this one. I'm just going to go water it and just continue keeping an eye on it. And then the one that did the most, that bounced back the best, was this, the string of fish hooks. Honestly, it was called bananas and fish hooks. I've always just felt this was more of a fish hook plant. This one did really good. Again, I took all of the soil out, I washed it, I cleaned the pot, put all new soil, sprayed the heck out of it with alcohol. I made sure, like, I was very crazy this day that I was doing this. And of course, a lot of the little like pieces here dry, but I feel like on these types of succulents, those just kind of happen anyway. Not a lot of the plant died off. I don't think I even had to throw out any of the plant at all, but there's a lot of new growth on here. This one really bounced back. This is one I really loved on the windowsill in here. It did really good with the lighting in here. I kind of want to bring it back. Let me know what you think. Like, how long do you wait, especially with a mealybug thing like that can really destroy the plant? Like spider mites, no problem. I would take spider mites any day. Spider mites are so easy to take care of, but I mean, maybe if you have a huge infestation, I don't know, but I feel like I have a good handle on spider mites. But mealybugs, I had never dealt with it, and it was detrimental to some of the plants. Let me know what you think. Like, would this be safe to put back up there? I feel like it's been 2 months. I'd have to double check when I mentioned I had the mealybugs, but I want to say it's been at least 2 months that I cleaned them off. They've been sitting in there for probably a month by themselves with no like return. I haven't seen anything. What do you think? What do you think? Let me know what you would do. And then the other one that had the mealybugs was this. This is the Hoya. Why can't I think of it? Why can't I? Literally thought it was just going to come to me right now. I have to look it up. It's in desperate need of water too. Let's see. Compacta. I mean, it's obvious. I could have made up that name right now. This is just a little mushroom. I should go put this in my terrarium that I made. Anyway, this one also had the mealybugs. Took all the soil out. I did all the same stuff. This one was very annoying to clean though, because all of these little folded up leaves, I had a Q-tip inside of every single one. And this one's also sitting on its own windowsill in the room in there. And I haven't seen any return, any like signs of the pest coming back at all. So I feel like I could reintroduce this one back to his old home, but let me know what you would do. What would you do? Because I'm also kind of nervous about it. I don't know, but that's it. That's my little update on the mealybug situation. I did check every single plant, especially all the ones that were near these, and nothing else got them. It was very detrimental, as you can see. Like, I feel like obviously this was me taking care of the mealybugs that was detrimental to this. Like, I went overboard cleaning it, but at the same time, I'm gonna try to get rid of them the best I can, and if I could save the plant, I can. If I can't, I can't, you know? But that is it. Let me know what you've done with mealybugs before. Do you spray them with alcohol? Are you going out of your way with the Q-tip? Because these were so infested, I could not just go with a Q-tip and like kill each individual mealybug. I had to get in there and get rid of all of the soil and clean the roots and everything. Like, it was a crazy, crazy infestation. I wish I had taken pictures of it, but I didn't. I was in there like with the gloves and the water and there's soil everywhere. It was just a whole thing. If you have mealybugs on your plant, do you go out of your way to try to save it, or do you just toss it and you're like, whatever, I'll just get a new one? Especially if it's on something like this, I would just throw it maybe and buy a new one. But I love these ones so much. I never dealt with mealybugs before. I thought, why not try my hand at trying to save the plant, you know? But anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss my next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.